Hi, my name is Professor Al-Bulushi, and I teach in the Department of Global and International Studies. Do you ever get the feeling that it's really hard to decide on just one major or just one area of focus? Are you one of those people interested in studying the whole world? Are you interested in learning about the connections between where you are right now in Southern California and the places where your family might come from originally, whether it be Asia, Africa, Latin America, Europe, or elsewhere in the United States? If these sorts of questions interest you, then global and international studies just might be the perfect major for you. Let me tell you a little bit about what makes us a unique place to study. First, we're a transdisciplinary department, which essentially means that rather than working within a particular disciplinary focus or specialty, we purposely transgress the boundaries between traditional fields of study. We try to cut across them and incorporate questions of culture, politics, economics into one holistic field of study that we call global studies. Second, our focus on one holistic transdisciplinary field of study doesn't mean that we focus only on the big picture, although that's really important for us. Instead, we try to think across multiple scales of analysis, from the global to the national to the local, from the big to the small, from places like New York City or Beijing to wherever your own hometown might be. Third, we emphasize power dynamics in society and in the world. And that means that we begin our study by emphasizing how unequal our world is. But we focus on power not just from above in the form of powerful governments and corporations, but also on inspiring stories of people's power, of the power of everyday people to shape the world, to make the world a better place. To give you just two examples of the exciting work our faculty are doing, our department chair, Dr. Eve Darian Smith, is a legal scholar and an anthropologist who's published many, many books, but most recently she's working on a really exciting book on global authoritarianism and the challenges to democracy that we've seen sweep the world in the past few years. Another scholar in our department, Dr. Long Bui, is a global ethnic studies scholar, and he just published a fascinating book on the idea of South Vietnam called Returns of War. And his book looks at how the Vietnamese people remember South Vietnam after the Vietnam War, both in modern day Vietnam and in the diaspora in places like Westminster, right here in Orange County. Some really exciting courses that our department offers include Global Political Economy with Dr. Gustavo Oliveira, who originally comes from Brazil, Global Human Rights with Dr. Vibhuti Ramachandran, who comes from India originally. And I highly recommend our Introduction to Global Studies course taught by Dr. Philip McCarty, who's originally from right here in Orange County. So if all this sounds like an interesting field of study for you, please come and join us. We're looking forward to having you in class, to meeting you in person next year. Don't be a stranger. You're welcome to come to our office hours to introduce yourself in person and tell us a little bit about your intellectual interest and your future career plans. Come join us.